What's up? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Uh, ¿Cómo talibú? I don't know. I don't know every language, guys. Oh, wrong way to cover, right? Remember to practice the. All right, guys. I got a little bitty space and time, and you're joining me at the beautiful 4:20 hour because it's 4:20 anywhere, somewhere. What do I mean by that? Just honor like the ability to be able to ingest this. You know, most places you can like totally smoke. You know, this episode's not gonna be about smoking, guys. Don't get it twisted. If you don't smoke, I'm not saying go start to, but sometimes it does cure a lot of things. I mean, we've got from the, we've got so many. If you really want to look up a list, you can internet it, right? But one day I'm going to have like a list of things back here or whatever. I might buy myself like a cool, cute little board, or maybe I'll just start doing like some graphics or something. I don't know, guys. But or maybe just do one of those things like your teacher would do, like bring it out and be like, nah. Anyways, guys, I'm so playing it by ear because a lot of times I'm just kind of chilling and welcome, by the way. I'm very excited to be with you. I'm very excited to be with you, and I'm very excited to. I'm excited to call the ancestors in. I'm gonna be silly all the time, guys. I'm gonna call your ancestors in, the ones that love us and of the truest order, of the highest kind. You guys, the objective here is to share, and my director is looking at me very stern, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to time myself because I know that look. Because I need to do other things after this, guys. Life is in motion, and I hope you appreciate the time that I'm spending with you. When I ask how are you doing, it's kind of like a little silly, right? Because oh, Quetzalcoatl just entered the room. So give it up to Quetzalcoatl. Today will be an episode for that god of wind. He's actually a god of wind. You can't be scared of everything, guys. Knowledge is power, extreme power. But when I say how are you, I want you to check in with how you're doing because I literally cannot hear you. Right? I don't have those superpowers yet. Like I totally understand and I believe in telepathy, but I'm just one person or one twin spirit trying to balance all of these things out, right? Everything, trying to use her gifts wisely, trying to use what we have in our space availability as beings of where we stand, where we reside, Hey guys, shout out to XXX Tentacion, right? Because he passed away, right? Like a while ago. Rest in peace, man. He's been gone now for 2 years, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe almost 3 years. But anyway, like 2 years. But I mean, if he really did, which I think he's dead, I'm not in a mean way. I really hope he okay, you know what? I'm not going to give anybody any ideas, so I'm just going to move on. Today's episode is about something lovely, because I hope lovely and pretty things for you. Guys, sometimes I don't dress up lovely, so sometimes I have to get in torn t-shirts to go do the lawn, or whatever I have to do in life, you know what I mean? So I encourage you in your walk in life, if you just checked in on yourself, I always want to know how you're doing. Comment how you're doing. I love you, by the way. You think I might not know you, but I think I love you. But no, I'm being serious. I feel like we could get used to the seeing all the positive on the good side, right? And on the good side is that we all love each other, kind of like Christ. He never commanded anything, If you're into the Bible and stuff. If you're not, that's okay. If you're not. But in reference to that, he he didn't give any commandments. He just said love each other. You know, when they asked him, what are your rules, man? I mean, I'm just saying it for me, right? Like if Christ was like really like in front of me, which sometimes I do. I'm not saying that Christ hangs around me all the time, but basically, even Christians believe that Christ hangs around them all the time. Why can't I? He's an ascended master of mine. You know what I mean? He's like a big little bro. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure, because I have geniuses of all statures as far as siblings. You know, I'm grateful for my family and my friends and stuff like that, and for Christ consciousness. I'm grateful for, you know, the one that took the sacrifice, and others. You know, there was other members of Christ consciousness that took sacrifices for us, and we definitely don't do that stuff anymore. We don't sacrifice ourselves. We sacrifice time. We sacrifice, you know what I mean? Like, don't sacrifice your nutrition. Don't give into like anorexia. Like, don't like, feed yourself. And if you don't like to eat big old meals all the time, do like little meals in between time, you know, 2 hours to every 2 hours, little small meals. I'm like a squirrel, guys. I'm literally, you'll see me like packing nuts into, wait, hold on. You'll see me putting like pecans and pistachios and anyway, I love beautiful like tree nuts. Okay, guys, I don't know why I'm being specific, because I want you to know that pine nuts are good for you and all that shit. What am I here to do? I'm definitely not here to waste 30 minutes of your time, guys, because anytime you spend with me, I value. Okay, I might not know everybody in person, but like you're so loved. You know what I mean? And maybe you needed to hear somebody tell you that they love you, like from their heart. You know, and I remember there's love in every different way. You know what I mean? So that's why my little this is part of like my how do you say, like, hobbies, you know, because I like to talk and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to talk, you know, and I reserve the right to go silent, you know, and as I reserve the right to talk. Somebody have a fever out there? I feel hot. And not like, I feel like, you know, like hot, like temperature wise. Oh, maybe I need some water, huh? You're right. So anyways, guys, drink your H2O. Drink all the powerful H2O. Mommy water loves you. Mommy water, as they would call them in the Kush area over there in Africa. That is what it's known as right now, right? So let's get to this. Let's get to this powerful episode. Oh, you didn't know I was going to come back like this. And I appreciate each and every one of you that catch it live, and every one of you that catch it later on. This is your live. This is your live, and I'm part of your live right now. Hold on, let me fix my shirt. So, like, today's episode, guess what it is? Calling your courage back. I'm going to help you call. Like, listen. Escúchame. All right. This life, I signed up to be a warrior, half healer. Like this. So that's why I'm a twin spirit. Right? Not just because of that. Because I am part of the LGBT community. So that's how that is. But anyways, and don't hate, you know what I mean? If you're part of a straight alliance, I welcome you. If you're part of a not straight alliance, then just click off. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you click on, bless you. Whatever makes you click off, bless you. So anyways, guys, let's get to today's episode. That I wanted to call it because I was like, every day I do something like, okay, great leaders like Tony Robbins, great leaders like my minister, Dr. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. You know what I mean? He advises that we all start with something spiritual in the morning, like doing something for our bodies. You know, like some of us will drink a mighty drink of water. Like that's my cool ass thing. Let me get to the episode thing, because I'm all like, look, the water I drink. This is I try to drink 6 of those. That's a 32 ounce. Get to the limit with where your body's at. You should never feel thirsty. If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. Never let yourself get thirsty. So. And that's not like a sexual innuendo. I'm not talking about sex. Anyways, let's redirect this. Guys, I know everybody gets excited when you talk about sex. Woo! Everybody loves it. Okay, guys. No. I'm not here to talk about that. So, warriors, because this picture over here, right here, if you can see, I don't know how well the magic of the cameras are catching this, but this is definitely a circle of people, and that is your priest, and those are your warriors dancing around the priest. And if you can actually see, right, I don't care if you take a snapshot of this, but like, look at that shit. They're blowing smoke. Look at that shit. They're blowing smoke onto these warriors. Boom! Didn't I tell you that shamans use smoke for shit? That's why I blow smoke at you. I'm not just some like pothead guys. No, that is an extreme wrong thing to think about me. So anyways, but I mean, what is the essence of a pothead? Think about it. It's to be, listen, what does a pot do? Because I'm going to take all these words and I'm going to redirect it for a positive use. Whether they want to or not, the powers that are losing their powers. Because we're calling all of our power back. And this is the powers that were is what I'm trying to say. I like that one. I took that one from Shavi Zane. Check her out. She's a mighty warrior for God as well as a healer. I mean, just because she's not... You know what? Let's move on. I'm all like putting her business on blast. Let's move on. So, during a ceremony where they're instilling courage. Guys, I don't know if you're hearing me. Let me turn the music on louder. I mean, softer, because I want you to hear the words. Hold up. What do you think? All right, guys. So, you know, I'm just here for your encouragement, and being like half healer, half warrior, half tiger, half monkey, half gorilla. I'm a lot of different halves, guys. All right. I'm also a rhino and a blue whale. That mated with an orca, so I'm like a blue orca. Yes, a blue whale orca. Yes! I nailed it. All right, guys. Moving on. Because this is the episode where I help you to remember your courage. And this is kind of like my encouragement to you. Like, we'll help you remember your courage that lies right in you to do all of the things that you need to do correctly. You have a moral compass that is fantastically adjusted to this world. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get to places and I remember before maps. This is diverging, but let me see. Look, I used to get to anywhere, everywhere, just by asking how to get there. Like, I would first be like, how do I get there? And then I just take those like directions, you know? Or maps come into play. I love maps. I actually love maps. And then you can like circle every place you've been, like a little geeky person. No, it's not a geek. It's not geeky. It's cool. It's memorable, you guys. It's memorable. Okay, guys. Because, you know, remember, the ancient ones always used to use their magnetic ways, right? Just like birds, they go south, they go north, they go east, south, and west, and everywhere else they really wanna. They don't have cages. So, except for the ones that do have cages, guys. That sucks. Let them out. So, no, you know, some of them want to live there because that's their home. That's fucking beautiful. I love that shit. It's kind of like how you house your cat. Okay, so I'm pro and then I'm against, so... I'm a big conundrum, so we're just gonna move on from personal views, okay? Because I'm here to help install your courage. Did you forget that there's this mighty vast well of universal energy that is just waiting for you, and it's called chi, and it's energy. It's energy. Chi is energy, is what they call energy in China. Correct me if I'm wrong. And anytime if I always talk, because we're going to be learning a new word today, guys. Mabrika. In honor of the... What did I just say? Mabrika means hello in Taino. Okay? So you ever see me on the street, be like, Mabrika. I know exactly what you're saying. I will Mabrika you back. So, like, in honor of the Indigenous Day, People's Day coming up on the 10th, rock out with your indigenous heart out. That's... All right, guys. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, but I have a timer, and Kalima is like sitting right there directing my ass, just like moving it, just like moving it. So what is the point of today? Like, we wanted to call your courage back. You know, we wanted to call your true essence back. You're like, who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? How did I get here? Like, all you have to do is like meditate, dude. All you have to do is meditate, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. You know, today is the day that like we use the power of the internet to heal ourselves more. Oh, did you like that? I don't know, guys. Listen, this is something I'm sharing from kin numbers, like kin numbers, like KIN. It's like the Mayans. Okay, it's like astrology for the Mayans, and you can look that up. It's like getting your astrology in Mayan. It's pretty cool. But in knowing your key, it's called kin. But see, I've learned to see that they're like keys, like a janitor. So pretend the Most High is a janitor of the, because no, nothing is beneath us, guys. Nothing is above or beneath. We're all like equal too. You know what I mean? You have to find the royalness in what you're doing, and how you find that is how to be reputable. You're being like responsible with yourself. You're being you're guided by your inner compass that tells you not to slap a bitch, versus to go like take a dose of your like pills, or like smoke some weed, or I don't know, go run 5 miles. I bet you won't be mad anymore. You know, when I dance, guys, there's things that I'm mad about. And you know what? People keep telling me don't be mad. And I'm like, well, you're right. So I have to like, and there's times where I cannot not be mad about things, guys. I'm mad about things that happened like 600 years ago, guys. But anyways, because of shit like that, don't ask me what, because I'm going to direct you to the board. Well, I'm just making it painfully obvious that if, you know, there was a, and this person isn't like an outright racist, but we're gonna bring it into the show. So like, because behind me what stands is because what I call them, I don't call them the owners, I call them the criminals, because they were criminals, right? No matter who sold whatever, both parties are criminals. And even the tribes in the beautiful, what they call motherland, well, I think everything's motherland, guys. Some of us came out of these lands, you know what I mean? And or fatherlands, call them whatever you want. The Egyptians would have called Earth Jeb, which is a male, and then celestial sky Nut. Okay, guys, like, I don't mind going out there and being a little confused because I'm learning more, you know, and being like, Most High, push. I need clarity on that, and I need like discernment, and I need like the truth, and it's never like you found the truth, you found a truth, and then more logically you know your truth, right? So let's move on. So but because back here I get all mad when I see it, but it's like right behind me, so I can't stop staring at it. It's kind of how the past is, right? So because of all the innocent victims, and you know, the illegally traded, I don't give a f who sold you into it. Like, those still they owe us. Anyways, it's like they don't understand. You know what? That's going to be for another episode, because this is not it. This is not the time. But what I do have back here is, you know, because for what I understand, what is written in history, unless they're hella lying to us, they have, you know, the first papist bulls start around the 800s to 900s. So you have a lot of people leaving their original lands and leaving their original religions, because you had a fucking retarded church. Excuse my language. You had a retarded church. And by retarded, I mean stunted, dude. You don't go out there and make people be your religion. If Christ comes calling, trust me, I'm going to float up into your church. You know what I'm saying? I've been to so many places of worship, because no disrespect to all the places of worship. They're all, to me, as long as you're not hurting anyone, I'm happy. Yourself or others, like, I get there's laws on that, you know, but like, as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I respect your mosque, I respect your church, I respect everywhere you like to worship, because I praise the Lord too, right? So like, when and that a lot of them is like I go out to open fields and I honor the gods that reside over the sciences, the goddesses that reside over us, presently over this country, right? This is all America. If you're standing on American soil, there's where I am too, right? So like this is a big world. This is a big beautiful world. Moving on, because we got only like a so finite amount of time, guys. When our time is over, I hate to bring it up, but I'm like the raven that brings up, death. When our time is up and you go to clock out, I hope that you finished everything you needed to finish, because that's what I think that when you clock out, that's when you're done, right? You don't go home early from a job. No, you don't. You have character. You stay there until the job gets done, right? So anyways, like, welcome to Earth, when we all can be as silly as we want to be, because even laughter heals. And so, you know what I mean? And that's what Minister Amen Ifagbemi talks about. He talks about how you have to face life's problems with a smile and everything. So in this like little time to encourage you, to install your courage back in, mighty encouragement, mighty courage to you, as a native would like sing their song back to your heart, back to your soul, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta move on. So I'm gonna share one thing and then we're gonna move on, and then I have a goddess to share with you, and then we're gonna smoke this selenite. No, guys, you can't smoke selenite. No, silly. I'm silly. All right, guys, look. I'm gonna, because I was sharing about kin numbers, remember? So Maya, kin numbers. Okay, cool. Let's move on. So, you know what? May the energy of the red galactic serpent help us to integrate all of our experiences by discerning pure instincts from analytical thoughts. We are guided by the power of flowing. Ashe. So anyone who felt akin to that, go ahead and say that Ashe. Or you can say amen. I don't care. All women too. But anyways, let's move on. So you got Mabrika is what I wanted to share with you today. In honor of, if you're going to honor forefathers and you're going to honor pioneers, which were also criminalists, right? That were given the authority by the law at the time to go out and kill the Indian and take the parcel. You don't do that to my family and think that I won't remember, because there's some of us that you didn't genocide. So anyways, like, you have the second Papist bullies, right? I'm going to give you all the knowledge. 1454. It's going all over the place. If you want to know about all the Papist bullies they've actually had, go find it on the internet, because I'm not hiding. I'm not sharing a conspiracy. This shit is just history. Okay? So that's why a lot of our relatives came over to the Americas by the time 1400s or well, some of our parents came over here in the 1900s, right? I mean, some of you guys are immigrants, right? Children of immigrants. Like, all the white people, where are your parents? Where are your where is your ancestry from? White people. So anyways, I'm just asking for the people that live on this earth, on this very, and we're all connected. Don't you know? I hope you know that there's tunnels under the earth, and there's caves, right? That hold different atmospheres. They literally have rain clouds for these caves that they're so giant, guys. And I'm like, your creations are unmatchable, and you're I'm not even being silly. There's an internal dialogue in my head that's always giving the standing ovation to the hands of creation, guys. So anyways, I'm just helping you have courage. If you need some courage from the universe, go for it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm an open channel that totally gives people what they need, right? Because I'm not the one giving it to you. It's coming from the universe, right? So if you felt lots of power, it's because this is the hands that sent me, guys. So anyways, guys, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. And I hope you're learning the word for today, because we're gonna be doing a couple of days worth of this, learning some Taino words in honor of our forefathers too. But all of them are my forefathers, but not literally, right? Not literally. Some of us are directly connected to them, and some of us aren't. You know what I mean? So, Lakshmi. Who knows about Lakshmi? Well, that's why I'm here to tell you, So Lakshmi is basically the universal mother, right? So there's just a picture of, she's the wife of Vishnu, okay? When she's being good. When she was kidnapped by some demon that we don't even want to mention its name, she was another name. She was Sita, and then she was a consort of Rama. These are just names, guys, and I'm getting this from the Goddess in God's book, right? Lakshmi, we have Lakshmi right there, and she's very like good fortune. She's good fortune. Like I would call on Goddess Lakshmi when I was like if I was wanting to invoke more prosperity, because that's what she is, and she's the goddess of prosperity and abundance. She's the one that's standing like she's literally standing in a lotus petal. And that's gnarly, because if you and I did that, I don't know, would you float like a goddess? Try it out. Wait, I'm not advising you to do that. Like, wait. Because I only want to like advise good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I may not do all the best things for myself. That's a lie. I really try to do the best things for myself. That's a complete lie. I really do try to do the best for myself, but sometimes I don't. Like, let's say like if I eat a handful of candy before bed or something, that probably was not the best for myself, right? Because my body's going to be sitting there doing nothing for a minute, and we're not anyways, as opposed to when you have your breakfast or your sea moss gel in the morning to break your fast, you're going to feel regenerized and all that stuff. Have your jug of water. Have you ever chugged a beer? Okay, if you have the ability to do that, then you can totally chug like a big fat ass, delicious, thick ass, creamy, watery, yummy water. Chug that water, baby. So anyways, because you guys are my babies. But I'm gonna keep calling you many goddesses and gods, so that you can remember your power, your courage. A lot of times people think it's like very like sacrilege, or like, not us, right? Around here we're comfortable with being our goddess and god selves. We're comfortable with that. But because if you're hanging out with me, then I know at some point, I mean, you're probably more intelligent than me, right? Just you're probably like sitting there eating popcorn, right? Like, I want to hear more of her bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I tell on myself a lot. I'm like, one time I did this. Oh, and then that. You know what I mean? Like yesterday's episode, or whenever, right? That was yesterday. So like, it was about like informing you of the goddess of the stuff, right? And I'm not scared to say that word. I just go check out my video. Anyways, and I do work with Prolific Talks and Asshole Networks. And before I let you go in prayer, because anytime we meet up, we're gonna end in prayer. Are you asking if I do this in real life? You're just going to have to find out. But stay 6 feet away unless you have the coronavirus test thing. I'm kidding. It's a joke, guys. I'm kidding. I know we're on to another name in the pandemic. I know, I'm kidding. No. All right, guys. Let me move on, because I am actually done with sharing Mabrika with you, because I just needed you to know that Mabrika is a word in Taino that means hello, hi, Mabrika. Or like the queen or the king. Is he gonna do that? Is he gonna do this? I haven't seen him. Is he gonna do it with the other hand? Is he gonna do this? What's he gonna do? I haven't seen him. I don't keep up. Anyways, all right. So Mabrika, right? And then Seneko Kakana Jankatu. Did you catch that one? Seneca Kakana Jankatu. I'm not gonna make you remember anything. I'm just praying abundant blessings over you. Seneca Kakana Jankatu. That's what it means. You know, a lot of this stuff, if you're not, like, you don't have to go to the jungle to learn all the words of the different dialects that are not with us and stuff, but there is websites. And so whatever really you want to learn, it's out there. Harvard has languages. I mean, they have everything free. You want to learn how to be like super smarty, like you can learn everything on the internet, like totally. But before that, guys, remember they had books is where it's at. Okay, guys, it's weird. Okay, so we're going to move on because I already shared Lakshmi with you. I shared that this is your initiation into courage. This is where you take a mighty leap of courage into whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? Like, do you think it's easy for me to talk to you in a room, sitting all by myself, sitting in my chonies? Yeah, I'm in my underwear, and you and you just found out. I thought I was gonna keep it a secret, but I did not. Okay, some things don't deserve to be secrets. But anyways, moving on, guys. So I taught you Mabrika, I taught you Jankatu, Seneca Kakana Jankatu, Seneca Kakana Jankatu. Actually, check out 999 Ancestors, because there's a song called Seneca Kakana Jankatu. I think, you know what I mean? A lot of times, we need a good song to help us remember some words, right? Kind of like that, again, like that song, what's it called? That was written by a slave owner, and then he wasn't a slave owner. Amazing Grace. Did you know that? Some white person, that same racist white person, was schooling me on how great that song is. And he didn't even turn like not slave owner until after he wrote the song. After. Anyways, guys, I have, like, you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, guys, but yeah, the writer to the Amazing Grace, he was like a racist, right? And then like he converted to, now I'm telling you this, but I mean, it's just because I know. And I don't really care what his name was. I mean, much respect. I think his name was like James something. I don't know. Some white name. But anyways, no offense, I'm not a racist. But I don't like when racists are racist to me, you know? This same person had the nerve to tell me that my English is good. How come I don't have an accent if Spanish was my first language? She said that to me, and I was like, damn, you're a little racist, huh? And I don't know. I mean, because it's like, what, do we all have to have accents? Like, so what? Like, some of us like just live around people that talk like us, and we all talk like each other, you know? We're all just a bunch of little ducks, like quack, 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 in different continents and in different like areas of our continents and of our precious world that we all share together, you know? Okay, guys, moving on, because I only have so much time. I gotta go. I know. Okay, so ancestors. Thank your ancestors all the time. They're the ones that give you the stamina, because of their like good genetics. They passed on good genetics to you. Genetics is kind of like that. Don't think of anything as fucking trash. Don't believe when they say it's junk trash or like junk DNA. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe this shit. It's not junk DNA. So anyways, that's what they want to make you think. So, because what? One man's junk is another person's treasure, right? So go find the treasures in your DNA. Find the treasures in you. Are you the greatest at what you do? Period. Like, do that better. Do that way better. Can you do better? You know what I mean? Like a stone, like a crystal, like these beautiful crystals. I always have crystals around me, guys. This is a crystal. This is a crystal. And yeah, I'm on a medicine ball. That it was a gift. Oh, look at this. Yeah, if you just felt like a wave of peace and joy, it's because this is taking your negativity. See, we're going to use anything and everything as an agent. You know what I mean? So I'm not even sure what I mean. Courage. Remember, you've been stimulated. Like, it's kind of like a software getting to your computer, like a new software. You know how, like, if you have iPhone or whatever, I don't know how Android is, but, or any other thing, but because I only have iPhone. So, right, it uploads software information and shit like that, right? Let the installation of courage be installed in you. Like, boop, boop. Do you have to hear numbers, baby? Like 9245133311111. I don't know. Did that mean something to you? Because you got to get into the courage. Get into the courage and never be like, oh, courage to do something dumb. Courage to do something smart. Courage to do something more intelligent that you did yesterday. Courage to live in your divine intelligentness. Yes, intelligence, guys. Tomato. Come on. Anyways, guys, because I'm like my worst inner judger. Yep, judger. I'm my worst inner judge, and I hope I'm making you laugh, man, because I'd be making me laugh, and I don't like want to laugh, so I look like a weirdo, right? All right, guys, but I'm going to laugh one day. We're gonna have laughter yoga video. Maybe that's what I'm missing in my day. Some laughter yoga. Ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? I don't know, guys. So, guys, remember that courage comes from within. Don't look for it. You know what I mean? I don't grab on to the weed for sanity. I might literally need it for physiological reasons that are none of your business, right? Because, I mean, if you look at a list that begins, I mean, if we want to go alphabetical order here, like cataracts, it helps arthritis, it helps, and you need to not know, like, I literally have a video about what my stuff are. I've shared about shit. Inflammation of stuff is very curable with weed. Now, not everybody has to smoke weed, because it's not for everyone, you know. And but there is other ways. There is other herbs. What I'm saying is that the earth has literally given us every herb, and it's like the pick ass cherry ass Bible. People be using it for Bible ass. They say, you know, that all the herb is here for us, for the here and now, and to eat. And behold, it actually does beautiful things for us, you know. So, anyways, I just want to encourage your walk. If you needed some upliftment, I hope that you're uplifted. And we're just about done. So, because I'm just lifting you, like nothing crazy, just lifting anything that, you know, any negativity that needs to be uplifted up into the positive zone. Let it happen, baby, let it happen. So, well, I'm going to encourage you, like if I was, and to some of y'all, I actually am your aunt. I actually am just part of your greatness, right? But still, that doesn't mean that I don't like love people that are not part of my genetics. I mean, come on, you know, a lot of you are not part of my genetics, and I love the shit out of you, you know. So okay, so chances are, if I know you in real life, I love the shit out of you. And so anyways, but not right now. It's everything is different, right? Like, I'm not hitting on you. I'm saying, like, everything different, like eros, agape, all the different kind of loves, right? So so that's for another episode too, guys, because that's just for another episode itself. Love itself, so many ways to be displayed. You know what I mean? There's not just like intimate romantic stuff. People get so mad that they don't have, like, no, not everyone. I know you're not one of them. But, like, if you're single, or if someone would be single at a time, let's say I'm single. If I'm single, I'm happy. Like, it doesn't matter because I love myself. You know what I mean? And so I don't need someone to fucking love me or romanticize me or blow my head up with, like, love bombing shit. I'm like, get out of here. Like, bitch, I can do that for me. Oh, excuse me. Like, but I can literally hype myself up for me. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for anything from anybody, especially like when you're married or when you're in a partnership, right? You have to have like an even exchange, and you don't take your partner's energy. You never do that shit. You fucking live your energy. You live on you and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a kept woman. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't know what that means, internet it. You know, I'm not trying to put myself on blast. It means that people take care of me sometimes. It's because I'm moving, like I'm shifting. The pandemic really fucked up my massage career, guys, just to let you know. And then I just that's why I'm swiftly changing careers. And anyways, guys, I still practice massage for my loved ones and my close and very personal family friends, but you know, a lot. I just don't really practice for the general public at all, really, at all. If you know, so that's fine, you know. Massage had a badass and lost a badass, and it's okay because I'm not losing my gift. I'm not stopping my gift. If it means I have to massage myself every day, if it means I have to find a way to get my family on my schedule when I go visit them, because my family literally does that. And just another thing, I love that, by the way. I think it's funny sometimes when it's not my like position. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you making me do this for? This is crazy. But like massage, I love sharing. Like I'm not gonna tell you what in-laws, because I haven't been married multiple times. I'm saying that I had in-laws, other people's families, right? I don't even want to tell on them. You know what? I'm gonna shut my big fat mouth. Sometimes people try to use you for things that you're not even qualified for, and they don't pay you, they don't tip you, nothing. And it's like, whoa, I could have lost so much. Oh my gosh. Anyways, you guys, don't participate in criminal things. If your licensing says not to do something, don't do shit. Don't get caught up with like people secretly videotaping. I've seen that shit where they secretly videotape like people on SSI like jumping a rope, and they're like, what? He's supposed to be like, what? I thought his foot didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, and they catch your ass. And anyways, that's all. Anyway, oh, I went off big time. So okay, so off like the conversation, not in time. We're still got the perfect time, guys. So thank you for sharing it with me. We're going to end in a powerful prayer, but I hope that at least you've like deflated, like released in any way you can, and just clear that energy up, guys. Anytime you can, anytime you. She just keeps talking too. I literally had nothing to do with her right now, and she keeps interrupting. Okay, enough of that. You betray Shiva, Shiva betray you. That's all I can say. I don't know, guys. If you watch Indiana Jones, that shit was lit. Indiana Jones? You haven't seen it? Indiana Jones. There's like a trilogy. Indiana Jones. All right, guys. Remember that, like everybody on the planet, I feel like this could be a statement that you put in your vocabulary, right? Everyone and everything is helpful to me. Everyone and everything is helpful to me. Everyone and everything is helpful to me. And if you want to put it in a cute little song, go for it. So you'll remember and you'll hum it along as you're going through the whole day and night. You know? So I hope that this ceremony of installing this is kind of a little tiny ceremony of ceremony just means like you're getting together, you're like paying. You know what? There's an actual definition for it. Go internet it. Go to your local dictionary. I'm tired of being. I'm tired of sharing. No, it just really means like, you know what? Go look it up. So, your ancestors don't just start with your mom and your dad or your grandparents. They started way before we got here. Your parents aren't the first ones. You know what I mean? We have very ancient ones. Very, very ancient ones. We're actually not sure when the human race began. People are just hypothesizing. They're just, what do they call it? Yeah, when they what do you call it? Am I saying it wrong? Theorize? That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody just theorizes. Even scientists know that they could be proven wrong tomorrow. They literally know that. Because that's how you have to have an open mind. I'm not saying walk around with your crown just split open, but some of us need to, because we're so healing to others when we're around. And it's not just, I'm all mad, we're so healing to others. No, it's because I told you I'm a warrior. So because I'm encouraging you. I'm that same priest because I have it from my Reiki, right, degree. Because to me, that's the best thing I've ever invested in as far as education, right? So, we're going to end this off just giving honor to, we have some gods over here named Quetzalcoatl. You heard that one? He's badass. I mean, he's the wind god. I think I shared that, right? And then we shared, did I ever mention Kukulkan? I mean, that one, if you're like more like native to me, to those areas, you'll know how to say it better, right? And you're probably correcting me right now. But, even Viracocha was one of our gods. You know what I mean? And that was an actual descendant of people that are still on this land. And so anyways, we give honor to all of our ancestors, not just the forefathers that helped to ignite the nations that we're a part of now, right? And don't listen to nationalism. They just want you to be broken up because of nationalism. No, no, no. If you're going to call us a nation under God, then we're all brothers and sisters spiritually. You know what I mean? And it's like, who's God? Because the Hindu have like 333. Who's God? Which one? What's the real name? Because God is just like in general, for the Godhead. And you know what I mean? Then we get into Allah, which is arms, legs, limbs, or something like that. Arms, legs, limbs. God, it's a whole thing. Arms, legs, limbs, abdomen, head. That's what it's for. That's the name for. So really what we're talking about when we're talking about gods and we're talking about the people to the east, you're talking about a whole, they're talking about your body, baby. They're talking about your body. Treat your body like a temple. It's okay if you don't want to believe in a supreme being or all the gods and goddesses that are, other cultures have, or Iktomu, who tricks us into enlightenment all the time. The only thing that I know that sometimes I'm disrespectful as fuck. All right, who's been there with me? You ever had to knock a bitch? Oh, remember that shit here, bump. I'm sorry. But then we have to say sorry. We'd be like, sorry, because I had to knock you out. Because mama said to. Papa said to knock you out. So, hey guys, you know what I mean? This is, I'm just trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to make you laugh, guys. I love you so much with all of my little bitty heart. I extend love and serenity and joy to you. I'm non-denominational, guys. So I'm not here to light your way or lead your way, but I'm here to remind you that you are the way, that you're the light, that if you need to make it brighter, shine, baby, shine, right? Like whatever color you like. Because black is the color that was before the universe and actually helped everything come into existence. So, like every other radiant color that God has for us, or the Godhead, or whatever you want to call it any other name for a rose, would it still smell as sweet? You feel me? Like you gotta get tapped in and tuned on. It isn't, you know what I mean? And the chemists would call it sciences. Go back in history, right? Before the colonists did what they did. And then you got all of this. So anyways, look out for a Pluto return, guys. 248 years ago, they stole the original people's constitution and rewrote it for themselves. Look that shit up. Fact check me. So, not that I don't appreciate the Constitution, guys, but it's just a reminder of what is inalienable, what is already in you. Our forefathers, if you're going to honor them all, honor all the genocided ones too. And that's why on the 10th, do what you got to do. I'm not saying no harm. I'm saying do what you got to do on the inside, so that your unconscious and your subconscious can match with the superconscious, which is the higher self of us. And when you see your great prowess and your great power, do not be afraid of thus that will happen through us. Because we're just trying to let the divine blueprint live. Without us, we wouldn't have anybody to hold it together. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we're the power to the universe. No, because I think there's a power that sent me that's higher and more beautiful, and it's just ever creating, like the new sharks that are in the ocean. New sharks, check it out. They're more gnarlier than ever, guys. I'm like, I'm scared of the ocean. I'm like, oh no, mommy, wata, oh no, ocean. I literally like, I just say those names because I have such respect for what our ancestors used to have. That they tried to stomp us out, guys. But Mabrika, hello. We're not going nowhere. So anyways, guys, on behalf of the ancient shaman that I literally was one of the first shamans on earth. If I told you my shaman name, then you know what my soul's name is. But I have to shut up about that, right? All I know is that somewhere in my memory banks and in our epigenetics, right? The shit that travels with us. Look up epigenetics. Look up Elizabeth Hoekstra. She's the coolest lady, becoming a beautiful scientist on this earth. And the best part is that like I relate to her because I understand what's coming out of her mouth. She breaks it down in a way where I don't feel like I love being a nerd, guys. But like what I'm saying is like she breaks it down in such a way that I'm like, oh, okay, like so brushing my teeth up and down can actually help my sex life. Oh, so like epigenetics is something that we want to heal. Oh, so like that only came from like ancestors because of such and such and such and such. You know, but the greatest part is that she's revealing, along with Billy Carson, shout out to Billy Carson from Forbidden Knowledge. I sometimes I neglect saying his name if I don't have his music in the background. I could play his music all day long because copyright, I won't. You know what I mean? And even when I do put his music on, I will always give respect and I always be like, oh, you know, Forbidden Knowledge. And he's literally helping to change the world because he's one of the people that inspired me to get into music. Like if there was no Billy Carson, there'd be no me. If you're wondering how to say that name, it's Ermex Pialadocious. And anyways, I have more beautiful names. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is a lot of times we have to be ourselves so that the other cells out there, you know, can be themselves. You know, and I'm not thinking that we're all part of just like one giant body. No, because we obviously, like my beautiful grandmother used to say, that I never met her, but she used to say, cada cabeza su propio mundo, which means each head its own world. So cada cabeza su propio mundo. And that's another thing. Embrace all languages. What languages do your ancestors speak? Like, speak them all. I'm like, what I'm gonna do one time soon, I'm gonna do like a cool challenge, like, you know, find out every genetic you're from and like find out what languages existed with them and like learn them. I'm gonna do a challenge like that. I'm challenging you right now to do that. If you learn more languages, you're like smarter. You're like literally developing your brain. Developing your brain leads to new cells. As new cells lead to new growth, and new growth leads to, you know, more creativity and such. That's why a lot of intelligent people are creative, right? So anyways, it goes hand in hand, you know what I mean? And if you've come into this direction, it's because you've inspired your own healing, you know what I mean? And I encourage you to go through life not like a bull running to the matador because it sees the color red. No, but definitely I'm guilty of seeing the color red and going mad, shit crazy. But we already have enough. We already have enough of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair. Let yourself be sane. And I have to say that to myself. But like, you know, like I'm like crazy, but I'm not that crazy. You know what I mean? I have like a kind of like Mother Earth has like bipolar tides, right? You have like the tide comes in, the tide goes out, right? So the ecologist or geologist would call that bipolar. Okay, so like I'm not gonna feel bad about things, right? I'm not gonna feel bad. So you can't make me, Catholic Church. You can't make me feel fucking guilty anymore. I don't subscribe. So anyways, guys, down with the Catholic Church. I hate them. Oh, I better be quiet. I'm not trying to start a riot. No, guys, don't go to riots because that's crazy. Imagine the tear gas that can get into your pretty face. No, I see something different on a whole front, and what I see is an internal revolution happening in you. This is why you cannot tape the revolution. It will not be on the TV because it's happening in you. It's happening in you. It's going to happen in you. It's going to roll out through you. It's going to roll out through us. Whatever you do enacts the stuff that we do. You know, I'm only like, there's a lot of people that have inspired let me just, okay, give one example. There's a lot of people that have inspired my workout journey, right? My athleticism. From a child, I saw a lot of people doing shit. You know what I mean? I mean, even like work, like even cleaning the house. Gosh, you'll burn like 500, 600, 700 calories within like 2 hours if you're busting a move. You know what I mean? Like really, 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 wheelie getting to all the things that you need to get to. So I'm being silly, guys, because we're gonna wrap it up. And so, I'm just saying, go ahead and like do the courage dance. Do let people inspire you. Like from I'm not chasing my dad's clout. No, I'm not. But he's one of the coolest persons to me. And while I have him on earth, I'm gonna do everything I can to give him their flowers. You know what I mean? Like my mother, she's also a great inspiration towards athleticism. Although we might not all be professional athletes, there is a way that you can do this. You know what I mean? We've seen the 600-pound women, they're just like this, right? And then they lose 30 to 40 pounds in a month, and they wonder how. Because you got to burn calories, baby. That's how. So and the way it's not just movement, it's about the breath. Remember, there's a book out there called How to Jumpstart Your Metabolism, and that is a true story because I took that challenge. I did a 10 deep breath challenge a day, right? That shit helped me lose 15 pounds, as the book said. It said because the lady that wrote it, she went through it, right? And so I was inspired by that. So and then come up to my adult life. I have needed people to regenerate, like push that button. I don't know, like there's something about how they were working out, or about how they told me about they were working out at midnight. Something just like pushed my ass. And I'm like, and then forever change. I'm not mad at myself for working out before bed. You know what I mean? There's people that should not work out before bed because it brings up your endorphins and everything. But if you're somebody like me, it cools you down. So I never not work out when I need the workout. And that, other people have inspired me to work out in the morning, or throughout all the day. So it depends. And then just, simple, like, the best, smartest people advise yoga. And so it helped me stretch half an inch. I lost a bunch of weight. I still practice it today. And if I don't do it, my body like craves it, So I'd rather be addicted to like healing myself on like an athletic front. I'd rather like work on my breathing. I rather, and I'm not perfect, guys. I have my vices, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to end up in crisis just because you don't like one of my vices. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't believe everyone should la la la. So don't judge me about pa pa pa. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, I'm trying to be like the less critic I can be. I don't need to be a judge. There's already judges on the Supreme Court for that. Right. And then it's like, like Tupac says, only God can judge me. So anyways, for real though, guys, remember to do the sacred dance in your life. Are you a dancer? Do you like to dance? Dance. It doesn't take much space for you to dance. If you're like me, you need a whole area, right? But I'll dance around my house the whole way, all the wings, up and down the stairs, in the basement, up. You know what I mean? So do what you gotta do. Make it fun. Or if you like, because you only have a small space, right? Do what prisoners do. Seriously, do what prisoners do. Work out in just a small space. Do like 1,000 burpees a day. Can you only do 5 minutes at a time, or 1 minute at a time, or you started at 30 seconds? I'm okay with that. No one's here to judge you. Like, I'm not your personal trainer, but I'm here to let you know that if you need one, call on a personal trainer. They're actually fun. They help you like lose a lot of weight. And the perfect thing about training with someone or a personal trainer, this is why people want workout buddies, right? Like if I ever asked you to be a workout buddy, it's because I saw like an athlete in you, and I was like, let's work out. And because I always like, sometimes I have to sit on the bench You know what I mean? And some people that have dared to be my workout buddy, sometimes I'm not the most intense person, so they end up beating me, or because it's not a championship and it's not a competition. I have to sit down and be like, dang, that person is literally like 20 years younger than me, or in some cases like 30 years older than me. So it kind of depends on your athleticism, guys. If you want to get to a old healthy age, even if you don't want to be an old person, get your body in tune, because you might end up living till you're like 100. You don't know. So all right, guys. So we're gonna end this remember what we titled it? We're calling back your courage. It wasn't titled that. That just came something out of my mouth right now. But we're initiating your courage. You've been initiated. Your courage. Courage. So, okay, guys. I've said enough, and I haven't said enough. That's me in the corner. Oh, God. She breaks out this song every day. That's me in the spot. Like losing my religion. Remember that song, guys? All right, guys. I'm out of here. It's been an honor to spend time with you. It's been an honor that you do what you do. It's an honor that you get to be a part of our crew. Right? We're all on this planet together. We're all in this together. We're in this piece together. Like my Reverend Minister says on agapelive.com. Dr. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, just in case you forgot. We're in this piece together. We're literally in this piece together. He doesn't say it like that. Like, oh, we're like a girl. He's man. Okay. So anyways, you're loved. Let's end because that's enough. That's enough. I got to go do stuff, and I got to get out of this body and go to another body. All right, guys. Dang, I shouldn't have told you that. All right, guys. Ready? We're going to stop with a prayer. And then as a priest would do, right? Because we learned earlier that in initiating your courage, we're going to do like the shamans do. I'm not technically a shaman, but I'm like a master healer. Almost same difference. I'm a master healer. Almost same difference as a shaman. I've just not been inducted or nothing like that. So, smoke them if you got them. We're gonna end in prayer. You guys are super loved. You don't have to smoke or anything. You guys, if you have sandalwood around, if you have Palo Santo, if you have cinnamon, look, I burn cinnamon too. Burn it. Burn bay leaves. Love it. But in honor of the ancestors, guys, that is gonna be a sacred ceremony initiation. Again, your courage is initiated. Go do the things that you need to couragefully do. I don't know what that means for you, but I hope that this tunes you to the art of you. What am I saying? Only you know. Go out and do those things that your soul is burning to do, because chances are they're burning to do you too. What am I saying? Go get your goals done. That's what I'm saying. All right, you guys. Many rich blessings. So, dear Mother and Father Creator, thank you so much for letting us get together today. Thank you for letting things flow so naturally, because if we be like water, then we will just mold to anything. Thank you so much for molding our brains and our hearts in a way so gracefully that it sets such a cell memory healing episode in them that they just become their own true sovereign governess, that they remember the sovereign power that they come from, and that they feel the courage every single day and night that they need. In your power, we are always supplied. We know that the universal banks of the healing, of the abundance is there, and so we choose to do it with no harm or no hurt to anyone. We call back all of our good karma, and we do good things with the power that we call back, and we learn how to use it diligently. So we thank you so much for letting us share even this time together, because as we share time, it's an exchange, and let it be for friendship. and most of all, the healing of all the cells that they need to be healed and transmuted through the power of the spoken word of we know that the God center is in them, or the creator station is in them. We know that the same power that made the body can heal the body. And so we thank you so much for letting us reside in that area of knowing that you are the perfect healer, and you send perfect healers in the form of humans, and we see our healing happen with the help of other beings on this planet. And so we thank you so much because you help us let us know what herbs and plants exactly to use for our specific bodies. And sometimes we even search out into the oceans because you gave us that too. So we thank you so much for the waters and the earth and the air and the fire and the ether. Thank you so much for everything. You're the best. You're the best, baby God. And I don't mean no offense. I love you so much. Thank you so much, Most High Creator. You are so honorable. And we will continue to love and cherish these creations that are known as people, known as our friends, known as our family. We thank you so much for all the creations of the sentient beings that you created. We give you much love and honor forever and ever. And we just want to say blessings be with all of us and all of our ancestors. And thank you so much for the original ancestors, to the ancestors that will eventually feel our epigenetics, because it's up to us to heal the things so we do not pass them on, or we do pass them on to our future children. So thank you so much, Most High, for letting us choose the best and wise for ourselves and others, never hurting ourselves or others. In your name, we always pray. Holy Spirit, thank you so much. Ashe. All right, guys. Remember the 8th or the 5th? The 5th is the holy day for Holy Spirit, guys. Oh, my God. Is it today? Is that today? No, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, guys. So tomorrow is the day to celebrate the Holy Spirit, which is Sophia in Greek. Woo. Let's go ahead and just end it up right here. Let's end it on this. That's it. That's it. All right. You're loved. You're loved. You're loved. Take care. May your courage grow. May your energy flow. For real, guys. For real. It's about to flow. Like Bruce Lee said. He said it. He said, be water. You know? And he just meant like, be like adaptable. That's all. Because he said, like, you put water in a bottle, it becomes a bottle. If you put water in a pot, it becomes a pot, right? Because it shapes and molds into whatever it's in. So, but water left unkept keeps going, right? So many things to understand within you. Basically, a lot of us are more than 50% water. I measured myself. I'm like 50-something% water. I think I need more water. But anyways, guys, go drink your H2O. Go drink your H2O. I love you so much. Take care. This is enough time. I think we shared enough time. Have a good one.